For a movie that due to lands in a theater in less than a year, there is still an oceans of uncertainty regarding John Watts' upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home. Filming on the third Tom Holland Spider-Man film recently wrapped in Atlanta, and the shoot certainty has been plagued by an ample amount of Spider-Man 3 rumors, which the production chose not to address and the internet chose to fan until the fires of speculation regard. Marvel Studios fan tends to do this. Do you remember the staggering numbers of rumors that swirled around WandaVision as the television series approached its seasons? Finally, Mephisto was supposed to show up, the multi-universe was supposed to do explode, and Doctor Strange was rumored to save Wanda, Elizabeth Olsen, from the mess she had created. None of these came true, so we take Spider-Man 3 rumors with a grain of salt and figured it was time to dive into each juicy story we have heard regarding Spider-Man No Way Home and decided whether it sounds really or really phony. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield show up. We have to start with the Mac Daddy rumors of them all, which is that original Spider-Man actor Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield has accepted to reprise their roles and join current Spider-Man Tom Holland in what amount to live-action Spider-Verse movie. Both actors have been finished with the Spider-Man franchise for some time now, and Garfield actually left on the semi-bad terms, with Sony pulling the plug on his series in favor of turning the character over to Marvel Studios. When it's come to Spider-Man 3 rumors, none are quite as big or as a beloved as this one. Peter Parker is on the run in the movie, well, seeing as how Spider-Man's true identity was revealed by Mysterio, Jack Gyllenhaal, at the very end of Spider-Man Far From Home. The sequel has picked up the plot thread and see it through. The rumor is the Spider-Man will essentially be in hiding as Spider-Man No Way Home being and playouts, and the title of the movie suggests this is true. The last thing I'd want to do is endanger Aunt May and Peter Parker friends. This feels solid. The secret identity reveal is such a bombshell. We can't see Spider-Man No Way Home ignoring it. Set footage from Atlanta have seen suggested that society is choosing sides in the conversations, team up the Mysterio and or supporting Spidey in the controversy. It feels like Spider-Man No Way Home will have to address the aftermath of this happening right after Peter's summer trip, but see photos also suggested the Spider-Man No Way Home occur around Christmas time, so there will be a time gap that will have to be counted for, with Spidey missing that whole time. Jack Gyllenhaal returned as Mysterio. When last we saw Quentin back, the master of illusion appeared to be dying at the feet of Spider-Man Tom Holland, having failed to fool the hero one last time back after being shot by his own drones. Issue a faithful warning about people being willing to believe anything. The villain said he had contingency plans. Do you really believe him to be dead? I believe this one. Tough. I am putting a cavity on Trump's return, as you will see when you continue reading Spider-Man No Way Home. Already is a tough affair, and we have seen more than a few Spider-Man sequels struggling under the weight of having too many villains. So while I think it extremely possible that we will see somehow indication the Mysterio survived that confession in London, specifically with the presence of these Mysterio spoke truth. Fly spotted around the Atlanta. I'm not sure Gyllenhaal even went to set and film original scene for Spider-Man 3. Alfred Molina returned as Dr. Octopus. The Hollywood Reporter shocked up the Spider-Man 3 rumors gaming when they reported that Spider-Man 2 star Alfred Molina was joined the cast of Spider-Man No Way Home as Dr. Octavius. Naturally, this caused confusion as Octavius was the villain in Tobey Maguire's second Spider-Man movie. So how he is able to be a part of Tom Holland Spidey? Very credible, and I say the because of the report in a major trend. This isn't a movie blog, it's the Hollywood Reporter and Trade. Most often are feed news item by the studio themselves when they want to get major rumors confirmed. Now the studio going radio silent on the Alfred Molina casting is suspicious. Perhaps we'll see a glimpse of the Doc Ock in the first Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, but give the fact that reliable outlet comfortably report this, I'm being good money on it. William Dafoe also returned as the Green Goblin. The Spider-Man franchise never seemed fazed by the fact that Norman Osborn William Dafoe was killed by his own Goblin Glider in the closing minutes of Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man. Dafoe returned for all three Raimi films, so the rumors that he had revived the Green Goblin for this upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home has Raimi fans salivating. No legitimate source ever confirmed. Willem Dafoe has been part of Spider-Man No Way Home casting call, and his Green Goblin was attached to a fully of villain names like Thomas Hayden, Charles Sandman, and Danny Denies Goblin that sprung from a 4-chain rumor said that was wrong about WandaVision. Since this source was wrong, this rumor feels wrong, so I wouldn't put no Dafoe getting back into the Green Goblin rumors. Jamie Foxx play Electro again. Part of the idea of Spider-Man No Way Home being as massive multiverse movie, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield stepping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is that this sequel also will pull villains from those exciting Sony Spider-Man movie. It is an extremely ambitious fan theory, and one of the seemingly credible report that state that Jamie Foxx, who play Electro in Mark Wabb's Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man 2, will revive the villain for the crossover event. This seems very likely, particularly because Jamie Foxx addresses the rumor shortly after it started making the round, and commitment specifically that this time his versions of character wouldn't be all blue. The comment was removed from Jamie Foxx's Instagram. Can confirm one Raimi villains and one Web villains. I'm getting on the fact that Doctor Strange will show MCU Spider the multiverse and will get a shot of Doc Ock and Electro fighting the different Spider-Man, teasing a team up that will happen in a different movie. Charlie Cox will play Daredevil in the movie. Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, and his costume alter ego Daredevil were a part of Netflix Marvel Universe and not part of the MCU, but that hasn't stopped some fans from speculating online that Murdock will appear in the Spider-Man No Way Home, possibly as the attorney defending Spider-Man in court for the murder of Mysterio, for which he has been accused. This isn't happening. There's so much heavy lifting that would have to happen behind the scenes to make Matt Murdock fit into the MCU. The Netflix world always has been separated from that was happening in the MCU. There are so much ongoing in Spider-Man No Way Home as it is. Do you really think we are going to detour in the legal drama and have Charlie Cox play Murdock but not play Daredevil opposite Tom Holland? Spider-Man No Way Home will introduce the multiverse. Keep in mind that this one how circulate because WandaVision did not fully introduce the concept of the multiverse as one thought would happen. As it turns out, even Peter playing Quicksilver was more of a joke. People are still mad about that, so now Spider-Man No Way Home is being looked at the MCU movie that will open the door even further on the multiverse concept. Well, probably the idea of the multiverse has been around in the MCU mentioned in movie like Doctor Strange and Avenger Endgame. It potentially hasn't been properly explored, and that might be until the Sam Raimi Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which hits theater on March 25, 2022. But Marvel Studio President Kevin Feige has stated the Wanda, Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2 connect under the umbrella of the multiverse, so it makes a lot of sense for Spider-Man No Way Home to expand on the existence of parallel existence.